What's going on, guys? It's Jimmy here, and welcome to our daily show where we discuss the fourth stimulus check update, the next upcoming stimulus packages, part one, the physical infrastructure package, and part two, the next stimulus package named the American Families Plan, as well as everything going on in our country and in Washington, D.C. Also, the next stimulus payments, known as the child tax credits, which are starting on July 15th, that are going to be $300 per child under the age of 6 and $250 per child for children ages 6 through 17. Now, these are supposed to be starting on July 15th. However, I have seen some comments, a few comments. That's why I want to ask you guys, and you guys can tell me down below in the comments, if you have children and you're on direct deposits, have you gotten these already? I've seen a few comments from people saying, Jimmy, I got my child tax credits pending already. So, yeah, I haven't seen a lot of these comments, but I have seen some people say that their child tax credits are pending. So yeah, let me know your thoughts on this. Let me know your comments down below. Yes, so these are supposed to start on July 15th. That is the official delivery date, which is this upcoming Thursday. It is possible that they could be pending early. We have seen these before with the stimulus checks when they went out with rounds in the past. When the IRS said they were going to send out the Social Security stimulus checks or the VA stimulus checks, when they were doing rounds of these, like the third stimulus check, when they said, yes, we are sending out the third stimulus check for the Social Security this week, they would say they're going to go out on Monday, but they would actually send them out on Friday, and they would start pending on Fridays. Some people would get them early, and then a lot of people would get them on Monday, but some people would get them a few days early, and some people would have them pending throughout the weekend. So let me know your thoughts. If you have children and you make below the income threshold, which is the same as the third stimulus check package, well, then you should be receiving child tax credits. I will put some links down below in the description of this video. There's several different IRS websites. Number one, you can opt out of these payments. I don't recommend you do that. There's only a few reasons you would want to opt out of these. Number one, if you think you're going to make way more money than the income threshold, would be a reason you might want to opt out. If you're going to make more than $150,000 for a couple, or $75,000 to $80,000 for a single filer, or $112,000 for a single filer head of household, or if you typically owe the IRS money when you do your taxes, that might be a reason why you want to opt out. Very few people would want to do this. But remember, you're only going to get half the year for these monthly payments. July 15th through December 15th. The 15th of the month is the official payment dates for these. July 15th, August 15th, September 15th, October 15th, and November 15th, and December 15th. The first half of the year, you're going to get as a one lump sum anyways on your tax returns, your 2021 tax returns that you will file in 2022. You're going to get $1,500 for children ages 6 through 17, the first half of the year, and $1,800 for children under the age of 6. If you have any family members or any friends or any neighbors with children, please share this video with them. It's amazing how many people with children do not know the details, or do not even know about these child tax credits, or do not know the correct information about these child tax credits. Now remember, these are only passed for 1 year. They're only passed for 2021. They're looking to extend these possibly until 2025 or even permanently. I also want to say that if you're not on direct deposit, if you don't get your tax return refunds on direct deposit, you're going to get your check in the mail. And well, your check is probably going to take several days or weeks later every single month. So just be aware of that. I'll also put some links down below in the description of this video. 2 links to the IRS website. You can manage your payment. You can check to see if you're enrolled to receive payments. You can unenroll to stop getting advance payments. That won't start for the first payment. That will start for the next payment. You can provide or update your bank account information for monthly payments, starting with the second payment on August, because again, they will need some time to process that. Also, if you're a non-filer, if you don't normally file a tax return, I actually check if you're eligible. So yeah, they've combined all this onto one page here. So I can just put one link here. If you're a non-filer, if you don't normally file a tax return, you can enter your information here to receive the child tax credits. This is not for the next stimulus check. This is only for the child tax credits. So remember, I cover all the different stimulus provisions, child tax credits, the next stimulus check, mortgage and rental assistance, all of these different programs, state stimulus checks, anything that has to do with stimulus or putting money in your pocket, I cover it here on this channel. So I know that the child tax credits might not pertain to you, but don't worry, I cover all the different stimulus programs here on this channel. Remember, if you don't make $1 of earned income, you still qualify for the child tax credits if you have children. They changed that in this last stimulus check package. So if you don't normally file tax returns, you can use this non-filer tool to submit your information. If you aren't normally required to file a tax return and you haven't given the IRS your information already, you will need to give them some basic information to receive the child tax credit information. You can also check if you're eligible here by using the eligibility assistant. Again, I will put this this website link to the IRS page down below in the description of this video. If you're on a mobile phone, you may need to click the down arrow next to the title of this video to open up the description and find that link. President Biden is on the campaign trail right now talking about some of the items they want to include in the next stimulus package, the American Families Plan, which, just to give you a quick overview, here is all the different items that could be included in this next stimulus package. All of these items will not make it into the next stimulus package. I don't think that every single item is going to make it in the next stimulus package, but we could see 50% of these items make it in the next stimulus package. There is a lot of Democrats that support a fourth stimulus check or a monthly recurring fourth stimulus check that would be similar to the child tax credits, which are basically monthly stimulus checks or monthly checks from the government, whatever you want to clarify it as. It's a monthly check coming from the government into your pocket, which would be pretty much the same thing as a monthly stimulus check, whatever you want to call it. There is a lot of Democrats that are in favor of that, not just for children, not just the child tax credit, but as a monthly stimulus check for everybody else as well, and is a very real possibility that could be included in this next package. There's also a lot of Democrats that are pushing for a form of universal basic income, anywhere from $500 to $1,000 per month for low-income Americans, that could happen after this next package as well, as a form of ongoing monthly checks just to support low-income Americans. That is a very real possibility that could happen after this next stimulus package. I will keep you up to date on that. There's Social Security raises and Medicare expansions on the block for this next package as well. We could see that in this next package or the next package after that. The Democrats have about a year until the next midterm election to get all of these things passed in this next package and the next package or two. They're also talking about expanding the child tax credits until 2025 to continue these monthly payments to continue going on for several more years. 2 years of free preschool, 2 years of free college. Yeah, 2 years of free college is a very real possibility that would change the game. There'd be no age limit on this. There would be an income limit, so it'd probably be the same as the third stimulus check package. So if you qualified for the third stimulus check, you'd probably qualify for free college. So you could be 80 years old, 18 years old, 50 years old, no age limit. So you could literally be 80 years old and go to college for free if you wanted to. That is a very high possibility of passing in this next stimulus package. There's a lot of things like Social Security raises, Medicare expansion, free college, things that could go on and change the face of America, that would go on forever. A lot more that, like, we're talking about years and years and years of change in this next package. a lot more that would change the face of America more than, say, just a single stimulus check would. Now, monthly stimulus checks or Social Security raises would, definitely change. That's ongoing money. But things like free college, I don't want to mess up my little graph here. Free college, Medicare expansion, Social Security raises, free college, rent assistance. These things would kind of change the face of America because they're ongoing programs. Student loan forgiveness, other types of debt forgiveness, ongoing SNAP, WIC, and pandemic EBT program, paid family leave, paid medical leave. Those type of things could go on forever and would be very, very important going forward for the face of America. These are packages and plans that are more than just one-time packages. Here is President Biden with some things he's talking about in this next package.
High-quality child care options should be the rule, not the exception. So on my way here, I met with Mike Sayre, who wrote me a letter about his struggle to find affordable child care. And he wanted to know what my plans were. Well, Mike, I hope you know now, here we are. My plans can provide access to quality, affordable child care with more child care centers and community college campuses, with new and upgraded child care facilities all across the country. Businesses get a full tax credit to build on-site facilities. And the reason they want to do that is not just to be nice. Because studies show when there is an on-site child care center, businesses have less employee turnover, less absenteeism, and higher productivity. It's overwhelming in their interest to do it. Middle-class families will pay no more than 7% of their income for high-quality child care for children up to age 5. And those hard-pressed working families won't have to pay a dime. My plan will also invest in child care workforce with better wages, benefits, and training opportunities. Look, they're also going to give parents the option to take up to an $8,000 tax credit to cover child care expenses if that's the preferred route. That's good for families and is good for the economy, and it will create more jobs. My plan will also provide up to 12 weeks of paid family leave for medical care. The 12 weeks of paid family leave. Look, we're one of the few major economies in the world that doesn't cover paid family and medical leave. And the most difficult moments someone will ever face, no one should have to choose between a job and a paycheck and take care of someone you love, a parent, a spouse, a child. Look, we'll tackle the maternal mortality crisis as well that impacts on Black and Native American mothers disproportionately. And I want to thank Congresswoman Underwood for her leadership in this area. That's for real. As I've said again and again, people who really need a tax break in this country are America's working families. It's time they get a tax break. So my Build Back Better agenda would extend expanded child care tax credit we passed under my American Rescue Plan. Those of you who have children under the age of 7, you're going to get and depending on your income and your income taxes, you're going to get a cash payment back. Up to now, guess what? You get $2,000 to declare a dependent. If you have 2 children, you get $4,000 off a $10,000 tax bill. It's important. But if you don't make enough money to be able to owe that kind of tax, you don't get a tax credit, you don't get anything. Well, under this proposal, guess what? You're in a situation where if you have a child under the age of 7, you get back $3,600 in cash. In addition to that, those of you who are in that situation are going to start to see that coming in by the end of this month on a monthly basis. It can change the lives of people. Starting next week, families will begin to receive one of the largest ever single-year tax cuts aimed at families with children. And every child under the age of 6 is $3,600. Every child between 6 and 17 is $3,000. It's not as a credit against your taxes, but as a direct payment. You'll get cash. Cash. That's what we'll get. For example, a middle-class family with 2 children can expect to receive $7,200. You get the first half, the $3,600 paid out, at $600 a month between July and December, and you get the rest between January and tax day. With this one tax cut, Every study shows that child care is cutting poverty in half by 40%. Families with children who qualify for this has cut poverty by 40%. So let's extend the tax cut at least through 2025.
So yeah, I mean, like I said, there's a lot of things they're talking about in this next package. So hopefully we see them. You know, in particular, he's talking about a lot of the family stuff right there. You know, if you don't have children, I understand. Like I said, I talk about all the different stimulus packages and different stimulus provisions here on this program. President Biden himself actually has a his own Social Security proposal to raise the Social Security to a minimum of $1,341 per month to all Social Security beneficiaries that qualify for it. We really don't know all the details of that, and I don't like to speculate on what that could be until we pass it. And the reason for that is because we see these things change all the time, right? And we've seen this happen with the third stimulus check package, where they literally changed the bill. The House passed the third stimulus check package, and then the Senate changed it. And in fact, the Senate had three major changes to the third stimulus check package after the House passed it. They removed the $15 an hour minimum wage. They cut the income threshold of the third stimulus check, most notably for single filers from $100,000 was the full final cutoff down to $80,000. And they added in the $10,200 unemployment tax break, which actually gave back an extra $1,000 check on average to people that had unemployment income from last year. Some people could get less, some people could get more. Depends on your tax bracket and your actual tax situation and how much unemployment income you had from last year. So some people made out, some people didn't make out. If you made more than $80,000, you didn't make out last year. You actually missed out on that third stimulus check. If you had unemployment income, you actually probably made out and got extra money because of that provision. But that's why I always caution people is that we really don't know the final details of like the fourth stimulus check, the child tax credits are passed, but for 1 year. We don't know about the extension of these. We don't know about the Social Security raise. We don't know the final details of these until they're passed in the House, the Senate, and the president signs it. So we can talk about the proposals. We can talk about what they want. Those are actually very important because that kind of leads up to what will end up being passed. And oftentimes, the momentum is actually what is very important. And we've seen this from the second stimulus check when Senator Bernie Sanders and even Republican Senator Josh Hawley were both basically pounding their fists saying, we cannot pass this package without a second stimulus check. And we had so much support, we basically had people drawing a line in the sand saying, listen, we're not passing this package without a stimulus check in there, saying we're not going to vote for it without a stimulus check in there. And we may see that again with this next stimulus package. I mean, we have over 100 Democrats from the House and the Senate combined that want a fourth stimulus check or even monthly recurring stimulus checks. So I kind of find it hard to believe that they're all going to back down and say we'll be fine without passing a fourth stimulus check. That's why I firmly believe we will see at least, at worst case scenario, a fourth stimulus check in this next package. Because I just don't think they're all going to back down. I don't see Bernie Sanders backing down. And remember, you need every single Democrat from the Senate to pass this, okay? Every single senator, because they're going to pass it through the reconciliation process, which means you need all 50 senators to pass it through the reconciliation process. So now remember the moderate senators like Senator Joe Manchin, you can kind of quell them or kind of you know ease their concerns by saying, listen, there's over $1 trillion left over after we use 600 billion. If they use the full 600 billion for the physical infrastructure package, there's still $1 trillion left over from previous stimulus packages that have been passed that we can use for the next stimulus check or stimulus checks with an S that we can use without passing a single dollar of new stimulus money. So we can pass the next stimulus check or stimulus checks, plural, multiple stimulus checks, without even a new dollar of new money. So we can pass these checks and we're just going to use old stimulus money that's already been accounted for. It's already been printed. It's already on the national debt. Nobody's going to have to pay for it. Not like anybody really paid for the old money. It's already on the national debt. So yeah, I mean, I personally think that we're not going to really get all the Democrats to back down from a forced stimulus check. There definitely will be some negotiations. We're not going to see everything on that 23 or 24 item list, but I do think we're going to see a lot of those things. And I also think that whatever doesn't make it into this next package, we'll see probably in the next package in a little bit, in about a little bit over 2 months. They get a whole nother set of reconciliation cards that they can use for the next fiscal year until the next 2022 election. And the Republicans think that they're going to take over the House or the Senate. So the Democrats kind of know they have to pass as much as they can before the 2022 midterm elections. So they kind of know, hey, we need to pass everything we can before the 2022 elections, which means they have about a year to pass basically all those 23 or 24 things on that list. So yeah, let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. I will keep you up to date with everything going on with stimulus, rent assistance, mortgage assistance, internet assistance, state stimulus checks, Social Security raises, Medicare expansion, everything having to do with stimulus, as well as what's going on with our country and in Washington, D.C. If you haven't subscribed yet, make sure to subscribe down below. It's the best price ever. It's completely free to do so. And remember that new videos come out here on our channel every day at 10 a.m., 3 p.m., and 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can click this top video here to watch my newest stimulus check video next. This bottom video is about different stimulus checks that are going out in July, August, and September. And this is my newest video about President Biden's Social Security raise. So click on one of those videos next. Thanks, guys, and I will see you in the next video.